Hey guys, it's Sam. I recorded an unboxing yesterday, but we were really rushed at my house and I had to run out, and I felt like I just kind of sped through the unboxing that I did. So I'm back today to re-record and not do an unboxing because I already opened it, but I did want to share my thoughts. And I've taken some time since yesterday to really kind of think about what I ordered and talk about what's not going to work for me and why. And so I thought that I would share those thoughts with you today. So if you're interested in hearing more about my Sterling ink common planner order or pre-order, stay tuned. All right, so I am recording on my phone, so I can't tell you when I ordered, but it was before the pre-order ended, obviously, sometime in July. And I honestly ordered out of curiosity. If you've been around here before, you know that I have a love-hate relationship with the Hobonichi Weeks, and I've kind of been looking for something that answers the problems that I have with the Hobonichi Weeks. And then while I was there shopping, I was just like, maybe I'll try something else too. So I ordered both the week size and the passport size. So let me refer here to the boxes. This one is Corn Mist with the white edges. I purchased both of these items with the white edges because I cannot stand the gilded edges. I won't even buy a Bible with them. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way they wear. And I love gold. I wear gold jewelry. I just don't like a book edged in gold. And then there's the passport size in caramel with the white edges, of course. So the first thing was I wasn't sure if this was like the exact same size as the weeks. And if you look at the book itself, it looks like it's just like a smidge taller than a week's. If you don't account for, if you don't account for the like book binding of the weeks, they're like the same height, but this has the edge to it, so it looks like the paper is just a little bit taller, like the writing surface itself on this one. So let's confirm. Yeah, so hopefully you can see it's just a smidge taller. And then this is against a regular week, so it's just a little bit bigger. And I have a barely used Mega Weeks for 2023 here, and so it's just a little bit thinner than a Mega Weeks. So neither are the exact size as this, but of course it's not a Weeks. So I just wonder if it will fit in a cover since it's just a little bit taller. I just don't want to go through the work of taking my weeks out. So yeah, that's gonna work fine, I would say, for most Hobonichi Weeks covers. And then of course, if you don't have it in a clear cover, you'll have no problem at all with that. So I'm always so torn. So I was looking for answers to problems that I have personally with the Hobonichi Weeks. Now, I have a whole stack of Hobonichi Weeks. Most of the years have pretty good use to them. So obviously, I do love the Hobonichi Weeks, but there are a couple of things about the weeks that I have talked about over and over again that I do not love and which would change. And those are, well, for now, I still think that the Tomoe River paper is just a little too fussy for me. I'd have a workaround for that with the pen that I use, but sometimes I get bored using the same pen. But I get these U brands. Actually, I bought like a big box of these, like with a dozen. These work really well. I have them linked in my Amazon favorites, but this has the new like Sanzen. So there's the paper, I guess, right off the bat. The second thing about the Hobonichi Weeks that I do not love is that this side does not have grid. Yes, can you see it through here? For now, but then when you have written on this page and you go to turn this page, you can't see it as easily. And I just need that guide to write straight, and I like things looking neat And so it's a struggle for me, for sure. The other thing is the quotes at the bottom. I just really do not love, and I wish that you could have that space back. I also wish that, I think that the Mega Weeks is too big for me personally. I wish that the weeks had just a few more note pages, and I think then I would feel a little bit more comfortable using them. But the Mega, again, is too many pages, I believe. So otherwise, the Hobonichi Weeks has a special place in my heart. I've been using it for a really long time now. Obviously not consistently every day because I go through like my breakup periods with it, but this planner I really have a bond with, and I just have a difficult time thinking that I'm gonna actually leave this planner. So when I saw this planner, I saw enough about it that made me think, could this be finally the replacement for the Hobonichi Weeks? So I'll tell you what I do like about it, and then I'll probably just tell you why I'm probably not going to use it after all, even though I do like it. So this is like a yearly overview. I like that it has the grid at the bottom. It looks to me like the grid on this planner are the same. It's the same sizing, it looks like to me, as the Hobonichi Weeks, which the smaller grid is not my favorite. I really do love a 5mm grid. I know a lot of the Japanese planners just don't have that. They write differently, their characters are different, and I know that a lot of people out there, a lot of you guys have smaller handwriting and love it, but I do not have naturally small handwriting, and it's just not my favorite. So this is like a blank page for you to do what you will. There are some markings on it to help guide you. Looks like you can split this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you could make a 12-month something here for yourself. Then you have some goals. I feel like this is too narrow, and I would have a difficult time trying to do anything with this page as it is. Then your quarterly planning, which I really, really do like this. I use this similar layout in the Hobonichi Weeks to track my cycle. I would like to make it do a little bit more, but I'm kind of afraid, since these columns are so tiny, that it would get like too busy and would no longer be functional. So I really like that this one is split, not only because this is wider and you could potentially track more information, but I also like this quarterly breakdown on the side, so that you can write more things. Like, I'm on a fitness and wellness journey and weight loss journey, and I would like to write out more about, you know, instead of like lose 5 pounds or something, you know, build muscle in a certain part of my body, or walk so many miles a day, or what have you, and just kind of have a place where I can talk about the things that I am tracking and doing with my fitness and my fasting. So I really do like this a lot. I do also like in the Hobonichi that the whole year is just like at the view. So part of me is like kind of stingy, and I wish that it had both kinds of things there, but I really do like this. I do like that it's very minimal and it's very clean, and there's no extra colors like the Hobonichi products have. It looks very nice and cohesive. I also do like the white paper. I have gotten used to the cream paper of the Hobonichi over the years, but if given a choice, if they put out a poll tomorrow and said, would you rather me switch to white paper for the Hobonichi going forward for the weeks, I would say yes. So I do like this. And the boxes are just a little bit wider, it looks like, just a smidge wider than the weeks, and I also appreciate that. So I like that it's all clean. I like that the months are all together, and you have until January of 2025 to look forward to. I really like this. As far as the weeks themselves go, I also really like this because there is no quote. You get extra writing space per day, and it's not like a huge amount. It's just maybe 1 row of the grid, maybe 1. But I like that. I like that I will have somewhere to write more neatly. This is a really like small thing, and I think you're either going to be in one camp or the other. But I do prefer that the Hobonichi Weeks kind of makes everything even at the edge. I have used horizontal planners a lot in my planning journey, and I always feel like this is just an awkward space. You could put like a little tiny weather icon there, I guess, and like what the weather is, or like your work schedule, or you could put something there. But I just feel like I don't like to like write and then have it with the indent. It's like I feel like I'm writing in a paragraph, and that's not what I want to see visually when I look at my planner. So I do not like that at all. I could draw a line there and kind of make it like this, I guess, but I don't like that. That's a personal preference. But otherwise, I really like this layout. I think it's really, really pretty. Very good job as far as like the aesthetics go. And then I feel like this definitely answers the question of the notes pages. So this, I ordered the compact because I believe that there is a version that gives you like a page for every day if you wanted to use it as a journal. I think that I have discovered after a lot of trial and error that as much as I really like the weeks as a planner, I don't like journaling in a space this narrow. Now, I'm a very infrequent, sporadic journaler, but when I sit down to journal, I just don't like it being this skinny. I think my perfect size for journaling really is like B6. So this is just a little too narrow for me. So I also love that it doesn't have the bookmarks that I always cut out. Here's what I don't like, and this isn't like a knock on Sterling Ink. I think that Catherine has done a really great job in making something that is weeks enough for people who really, really love the weeks, and different enough, and answering some of the gripes that I personally have had with the Hobonichi weeks. I guess part of me is like sticking with what you know kind of thing, you know? So there are just some things about the Hobonichi products that, do they have annoyances? Yes, but it's almost like you get used to the little quirks, and because these little quirks aren't there, it just kind of give me pause. So just dumb little things. Like I don't use this kind of page, but I have really enjoyed using this. Could you make that in the back? Absolutely. But here's the thing. I love ring planners because I don't like to draw things out. I would adore having a bullet journal, but I don't have the patience, or I don't find pleasure in drawing things out, having to date things. It stresses me out. And so knowing that there are things in the back of the Hobonichi weeks that I can use without drawing anything gives me some level of peace. The reason why I use rings is because I know, oh, I'm looking for a tracker for this for my workouts. I'm going to go to Etsy, or I'm going to go to the internet. I'm going to find that. Yes, is it more expensive because you have to buy something every time that happens? Yes, but you can find things that are like generic enough that it works for multiple things. So that's why I like the rings, because I can say, oh, I need a tracker. I'm going to buy this, print it out. Is it work? Yes. But in my mind, printing and cutting and punching, I feel like, I don't know, it just looks like a finished product. It looks cohesive, and that's what I prefer. So I like to use this particular page. I have really enjoyed, even though I don't fill it up, I have enjoyed using the My 100. Could I find things that I could print out and put in here to take this place? Yes, I could. But it's just not the same. I like this. I don't think that we have this for this year, an interview with myself. So it's like the little things that are in the back of this, the 365. I started to use that this year, but I had forgotten. And then I dropped out of the week several times, and just, I would like to go back and take all of my workouts that I've done this year and fill this up so that I can cheer myself on, because I've accomplished a lot this year and I just really like it. So I feel like I would miss some of these little quirky things about the Hobonichi weeks. And my other thing is, I feel like if you can just hold on, I believe just from the sample that we got last year for Hobonichi, that the Sans Zen paper is going to be just a little less finicky. And I'm like, if you can just deal with this for one more year, then the newer paper is going to be out, and then maybe that will be easier for you. And then you'll have this beautiful stack of Hobonichi weeks continuing on. Don't give up. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. So as much as I do like the improvements of this, I don't think that I'm going to keep it, and I will be selling it. I'm pretty certain. This was just kind of a, oh, this looks cute, and I think I'll throw it in my cart. This is the passport. And I just envisioned this being a little planner that came with me in my purse no matter what. But I just don't think it's going to work out. I feel like I should have a video of all the planners that I didn't even share on my channel this year that I thought might be a good idea, but were really bad ideas. I haven't shared 2 orders with you because I haven't even opened them because I think I've already decided that they're bad ideas. The yearly overview, those same 2 pages, and then these, like if I thought that it was small in the weeks, goodness gracious, I just feel like this is really small. Maybe if you have super tiny handwriting. It's really not. It's like 1 grid and more narrow than this. I just cannot make that work. This would be fine. I could make that work, but these are so tiny. I am not going to force myself to do that. It's like, it's better than the Pocket Moleskine because those are the smallest boxes I've ever seen in my life, but I just can't see this working for me at all. So the weeks, that's a horizontal layout, which I knew, of course. Every day gets its same equal spacing. I really like that. And then there'd be room here for like a tracker or whatever. I like the horizontal with like the blank page on the other side because I like having a place where I can do a running to-do list and all of that. And so I wouldn't be able to do that. I just saw this as a book that I could keep with me at all times and just throw appointments in. I'd always know that it's there. But I feel like maybe it's just a little too thick for that, and it's not big enough. I think this would be really great in A6 size, but this is too small for me personally. Oh yeah, I think I got off track. This has more pages than, did I say that? This one has 121 pages in the back, whereas the regular weeks has like 70, 75, 74, 73, close enough. So it's kind of an in-between to the weeks and the mega weeks, which I really like. And this one has 121 pages in the back, no extra pages or anything like that. Super cute. I like the colors. This feels nice. My only other concern really was how this would hold up. I really abuse my weeks as far as like taking them in and out of covers and trying to shove them into things that they don't technically fit in, that wasn't made for the Hobonichi weeks. And the dupes that I have had along the way, all of their spines all break and fall apart. And so I don't know the longevity of this particular product. So I guess that's the other thing. I just don't know if it would be as good as the quality of the Hobonichi weeks. So those are my thoughts. No hate, no hate. I just think I'm not, I guess more than anything, I'm not ready to say I'm kicking you to the curb, Hobonichi weeks. I want to stick it out and get to the Sans Zen paper on the other side, I guess, is the thing that I'm gonna wrap this up as. So they're really pretty. I think that they were designed really well, very thoughtful. It answers so many of my issues with the Hobonichi weeks, but I just don't think that I'm gonna use it. So that's that. What about you? Have you ordered? That was like the longest pre-order I've ever been a part of, but it's fine. It was communicated along the way. It was fine. But it was the longest pre-order I've ever been a part of. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new around here and don't want to miss out on future videos, please consider subscribing. Thanks so much as always for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye guys.